My life with Daniel was peaceful. Peaceful to the point of suspicion. The kind of peace that looks like a bank commercial. Everything perfect, aligned, organized, suspicious without looking suspicious. I thought I had finally found the calm man. He spoke softly, laughed little, said he loved routine. I thought it was cute. Today I know it was just his way of avoiding questions. I worked from home, he left for the office. At night we had dinner together, watched series, talked about the future, but there were always those micro red flags. Like how he treated his phone as if he kept Colombian gold inside. And I, innocent, thought it was just a guy thing. I even joked, "Daniel, life is so good it's almost scary." And he said, "Babe, relax. Nothing can ruin this." Little did I know that nothing already had a name, surname, and scheduled messages. Our relationship had that comfortable routine everyone envies from the outside. Sunday breakfast together. Friday movie nights. Plans to move in together soon. Conversations about getting a dog. Everything so normal, so predictable, so fake, I would later discover. But at that time I believed. I believed he was the right guy. I believed things had finally worked out. I believed I could relax. That was my first mistake, letting my guard down. 3 little things started bothering me, but at the time I laughed so I wouldn't cry. Sign 1, he put on expensive cologne to go buy bread. Sure. And not just any perfume, that perfume, the expensive one, the special occasion one. He never wore it casually. It was a Saturday morning. He said, "I'm going to buy bread." Normal, right? Everyone buys bread. But as he walked past me, I smelled it. That perfume. I asked, "Are you going to buy bread or impress the cashier?" He laughed nervously. "Oh, I put it on by accident." By accident. No one puts on a $100 perfume by accident at 9 a.m. I should have written it down. Sign 2. Working in the car, with the engine off, smiling at his phone. Right. Coming back from the grocery store, I passed a side street and there it was. Daniel's car, parked, engine off, and him inside, smiling at his phone, not typing, not talking, just smiling. That smile you only make when you're talking to someone special. Traffic was light, the street was empty. He wasn't handling work matters, he was living a parallel life, and I drove right past it. When he got home an hour later, I asked, "How was work?" "Exhausting," he said. Meeting after meeting. Meetings. In a parked car. Smiling. Sure. Sign 3. The flat iron. The man had never touched a blow dryer. Suddenly, he's glossy. This one was obvious. The man never touched a blow dryer in his life. His hair was always basic, messy. I just woke up, suddenly. Straight. Aligned. Shiny. Product. I asked, "What's this change?" He, staring at the mirror, proud. Personal growth. Personal growth. Unhung. Growth, yes, but not of hair. It was his ego growing. Because someone else was inflating him while I held everything together at home. Other signs I ignored. He started going to the gym after work. He was not a gym person. Phone always face down. Messages he read and deleted in seconds. Little giggles while texting. The classic, "Oh, it's just a friend from work." But the worst part? I saw all of them, and chose to believe the excuses. Because believing was easier than facing the truth. Until the truth came to face me first. The decisive day came on a random Tuesday. A Tuesday, the most boring day of the week. A day no one expects anything from. He went into the shower singing, and not just humming. He was singing. Men only sing like that when they feel like the main character of a movie. I was in the kitchen putting dishes away when I heard the shower turn on. Then his phone vibrated on the coffee table. I wasn't even going to look, I swear. But the screen lit up by itself, illuminating my life with a sentence I would never forget. "Today you were fantastic." My heart stopped. My hand froze mid-air holding a plate. I read it again, and again, as if the words would magically change meaning the third time. They didn't. Something strange rose in my chest. Not anger, not yet. It was morbid curiosity, the kind you feel when you see an accident on the highway and can't look away. I picked up the phone. The password? Of course I knew it. Our anniversary date, because he was romantic like that. Unlocked. WhatsApp opened. There she was. Lulu, with a heart. I took a deep breath and started scrolling. Message fragments her. Amazing lunch today. You're incredible, him. You inspire me. When I see you, I forget everything. Her, even your girlfriend? Him. She has no idea. Everything's under control. I read that last one 3 times. Everything's under control. Control. As if I were a variable, a technical issue, something he managed while living his real life with someone else. The shower was still running. He was still singing. And I? I sat on the couch holding his phone, reading proof that my life was an organized lie. I thought of screaming, thought of storming into the bathroom, thought of throwing the phone at him. But you know what I did? I breathed, put the phone exactly where it had been, sat back down, grabbed my glass of water, and smiled. A cold, calculated, dangerous smile. Because I understood something. People who scream lose control. People who cry give the other person the spotlight. But people who plan, those people win. And I was going to win. The next 3 days I became an actress. Oscar-worthy. Best performance in a fake relationship. I smiled when he arrived, asked about his day, even kissed him goodnight with mild disgust, but I kissed. He noticed nothing. Why? Because cheaters don't pay attention to the person they cheat on. He was too busy living 2 lives to notice I had stepped out of his. At night while he slept, I stared at the ceiling thinking, how many times did he lie looking into my eyes? How many work trips were actually for her? How many times was I stupid? But the question that hurt the most was, why wasn't I enough? And that's when I cried. Not in front of him. Never in front of him. I cried in the bathroom with the tap running. I cried in the car before going inside. I cried alone, like I had been all along and didn't know. But after crying, I dried my face, took a breath, and decided he was going to pay. Not with violence, not with drama, but with truth. The truth he feared so much. I didn't want cheap revenge. I wanted sophisticated revenge. For the next days, I planned every detail like military strategy. Step E, investigation. I stalked Lou on social media. Personal trainer, 28 years old. Posted motivational quotes like, be the best version of yourself. Irony at its finest. Discovered where she trained, worked, everything. Then created a fake profile named Mariana Silva picture, random Pinterest girl. Bio, looking for transformation, messaged her, hi, loved your work, want to hire you, can we talk? She replied in 10 minutes. Of course, money speaks. Step 2, meeting the mistress. We met at a cafe for a fitness evaluation. She was smiling, energetic, clueless that she was about to enter a Black Mirror episode. She offered her hand. Hi, are you Mariana? I smiled. Actually, I'm Daniel's girlfriend. Her smile died instantly. Color left her face. She tried to speak, but I raised a hand. Relax. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to invite you to dinner. Her eyes widened. What, dinner? You, me, and him? Friday, 8 p.m.? I'll send the address. I'm not going. You are. Because if you don't, I'll send screenshots of your entire conversation to your job, your family, and your 15K followers. Silence. She swallowed. He told me you were over. I laughed. Of course he did. And you believed it. Cute. Left the address on the table. Friday, don't be late. And left Friday, 7:45 p.m. I sat at a round table in the center of the restaurant on purpose. I wanted visibility. I wanted witnesses. Carol, my friend and body language expert, was with me. She already knew everything. She asked, you sure about this? Absolutely. What if he doesn't come? He'll come. I told him it was a surprise birthday dinner. Carol laughed. You're diabolical. No. I just learned how to play his game. 7:50 p.m. he arrives. Daniel walks in with that smile of someone expecting a gift. New shirt, perfume I gave him, hair straightened. He sees me, waves, and comes over. Babe, what a lovely surprise. He leans to kiss me. I turn my face. He kisses my hair. He sits, starts looking around. Where's everyone else? Oh, more guests are coming, I say. He relaxes, looks at the menu. 下午7点55分. She arrives. Lou walks in. Daniel sees her, freezes. His eyes widen, jaw drops. He looks at me. I smile. Cold, sharp, ready, perfect. The last guest is here. I wave at her. She sits next to him, pale. Daniel is silent, panic. He tries. I can explain. Of course you can, I say. But first, drinks. I order wine for me and Carol. Then I ask Daniel, want something? Or are you satisfied with the 2 lives you've been living? Boom. The conversation. He tries to leave. I say just one word. Sit. He sits. I turn to Lou. He told you we were over, right? She nods. She looks 12 years old now. Terrified. And you believed him? He sounded sincere. I laugh. He sounds like a lot of things. Sincere is not one of them. I put a photo on the table, me and him hugging. Last Sunday, this was last weekend. Broken up, right, Daniel? Silence. Lou looks at the photo, tears forming. You lied to me, she whispers to him. He tries to touch her hand. She pulls away. Don't touch me, she turns to me. I didn't know. I swear. I'd never be with someone taken if I knew. I know, I say. And I meant it. She stands. I'm done with you, Daniel. You're pathetic. And leaves. Daniel alone, now it's me, Carol, and the cheater. He buries his face in his hands. I ruined everything. Ruin requires something to preserve, I say. You never had that. You had two lies running parallel. I love you. No. You love the idea of me. The girlfriend who doesn't question. He tries to touch my hand. I pull away. I breathe deeply. I don't love you anymore, Daniel. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. And you? You've become irrelevant. I stand. Carol stands. Before leaving, I say, oh, by the way, internet canceled. Netflix? Canceled. Phone plan I paid? Canceled. His eyes widen. You told my mom. Yep. And she agrees you're a disappointment. I leave money for my meal. Goodbye, Daniel. It was, educational. We leave. Carol whispers, my God, you're my hero. I smile. But once I get in the car, I cry. Not from sadness, from relief. The following days, his empire of lies collapsed piece by piece. Day E, Saturday Lou posts a story. Not everyone who smiles at you is trustworthy. Block whoever blocks your happiness, everyone knows. Day 3, Monday, his mother calls me crying. I console the cheater's mother. Irony. Day 5, Wednesday, he texts a long message begging forgiveness. I read, don't reply, block. Day 7, Friday, a friend of his sees me at the store, heard he messed up. You didn't hear half of it. Date high 10, fake profile following me. Blocked. Day 15, he shows up at my door. I don't open. He stays for 20 minutes. I eat popcorn and watch a show. His downfall wasn't cinematic. It was quiet, lonely, exactly what he deserved. 2 weeks later, I woke up and realized something. I didn't think about him. Not brushing my teeth. Not at breakfast. Not opening my laptop. Freedom. Small victories. New sofa. Painted the wall green. He hated green. Adopted a plant. Renaissance. Still alive today. The trip 3 months later. I traveled alone to the beach. Sat on the sand. Looked at the ocean. Thought, I'm free. Not free from him. Free from the version of myself that accepted crumbs. The casual encounter 6 months later saw him at a mall. He looked smaller. Alone. Hi, he said. Hi. Are you okay? I'm great. Truth. He tried talking more. I ended it. Take care. And left. Indifferent. In a cafe reading a book, my phone buzzed. Message from an unknown number. Hi. You don't know me. I'm Amanda. I was friends with Lou. She'd told me what happened. Heart tightened. I kept reading. I just wanted to say, you inspired me. I was in the same kind of relationship, accepting crumbs, believing lies. When she told me how you handled everything, something clicked. I ended my relationship last week. And for the first time in years, I feel light. Thank you. You don't need to reply. Just wanted you to know. I read 3 times. Eyes filled with tears. Not sadness. Purpose. I replied, you made the right choice. You'll be okay. Better than okay. You'll bloom. She sent a heart. I smiled. That night I wrote in my journal, dear me from the past, you will survive. You will cry. You will hurt. But you will rise. And the woman you become, she's incredible. Closed the journal. Looked at the city lights and I matched them. I met someone new, not destiny. Not magic. Choice. Someone who chose me back. Someone I didn't need to check phones or read signs for. And Daniel? Tried going back to 2 exes. Both said no. Made a Tinder profile claiming to be honest and loyal. I almost spit my coffee. He still lives with his mom. I feel nothing. He became what he deserved. A story I'd tell when someone asks how I learned my worth. If you're going through this, listen. Cheating isn't about you. It's about them. And the best revenge is rebuilding so well they become irrelevant. If I could go back to the girl reading today, you were fantastic, I'd say, breathe. This isn't the end. It's the beginning. You don't lose someone who never truly had you. You free yourself from someone who kept you from being free. I'm in a new restaurant with my new life. I see him, alone, on his phone. He waves. I wave back and go back to my conversation because he doesn't deserve a pause in my happiness. His betrayal didn't destroy me. It refined me. Today I laugh. I love. I live. And if he came back asking for another chance, I'd laugh. Not out of malice. Out of freedom. I chose to be the heroine of my story. Not the victim. It's not the villain. The heroine. You will survive. You will rise. You will thrive. Pain is temporary. Strength is permanent. I don't need someone who chooses me halfway. One choose myself. And that changed everything. This story doesn't end with revenge, it ends with freedom. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to Stories We Tell, leave a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps us keep creating stories about love, betrayal, strength, and rebirth, because stories that touch the heart deserve to be told. And remembered, thank you for being here. Thank you for reading. Thank you for believing in second chances, especially the ones we give ourselves. His lie didn't survive my truth, and my truth set me free.